1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. A whiter shade of pale, and it has C for 2 bars, F for 2 bars, G for 2 bars up here, and then C, F, G, F, G, and those could be full bar or just these 5 strings, whatever. But the first 6 bars is 2 bars each C, which with that descending bass line, which I'll show you. And then the same idea with F. And then the same idea with G. And then the C, F, G. So here's the fingering on the C. You want C, and then the B bass note is going to nudge in here, and it'll push this finger back a little bit, but just leave it on that 2nd fret. And notice the right hand is having these fingers assigned to strings 5, 3, 2, 1. Strict assignment. Watch the right hand now. At the end, this moves to the 6th string for that bass note. See my left hand? I need this bass note, so my right hand goes. But the top part here is still the same. So put together, that was. And then the same idea on the F. It's a 4-string F, barring 2 strings here, 2nd finger here, 3rd finger here, and the 3rd finger is going to nudge over again and push this finger back a bit, but it'll still stay fretted. And this time the finger assignment with the right hand is strings 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 finger in each string. And then this changes again to the larger string. The thumb goes to the 5th string, and so does the left hand ring finger. So here's the entire F figure. And then you might leave out the last bass note like I just did, so you have time to get up here like this. And then go up here for G at the 3rd fret. Same as the F chord, but at the 3rd fret. Same plucking with the right hand. But here you need a bar with the 1st finger. And then you go to a G chord form, say E minor 7, but a G chord form, a 4-finger G, but put the 1st finger on the 4th string, have these 2 fingers here on the first 2 strings, and then the 4th string open, making a G chord. On the chart it says G7, but we're just playing a G. And then strum C, F, and G. G, F, G. Stirred up Bob Marley, first in the verse. First we'll do this, like this, with no mutes. And then later you could learn to mute with your right hand, putting the side of the hand here, right at the end of the strings here, especially right there. Don't miss that. You don't want this twangy country sound. You want a reggae mute like this. See, that's the authentic sounding reggae mute, and I'm just laying down at the end of the string here. Well, we're going to do it with no mutes first. This is a G form A chord. If you had a capo here, like this, there are flat capos for classical and curved ones for most of the guitars, and this one needs a slightly curved one. So if you had a capo here, and you fretted a G chord, and you excluded the second string like this, a 3-finger G, we're basically doing that and using this for the capo. So here's the chord we're emulating, but we're just playing the bass strings through the second string, and I'm also muting the 5th string. So I'm just fretting these notes. It's like an A with the bass here. But I'm making the bass line go. 1. In the key of A, that's 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. And on each time after the bass note, I strum down up on this chord like this. That's a 4th string. Watch my right hand. Watch this hand. I put that together. It has a swing rhythm, like blues. And then up here, do the same structure, but just play the 3 bass notes and strum. And then that's D at the 7th fret, and then E at the 9th fret. So you got all this for the verse. And then A to D. You have 2 bass notes on this one, and I'm using my thumb and my index like this to get 2 notes quickly. Thumb, index. A, B, B, C sharp, A. And then play the A bar chord. And then on D, same exact pattern, but on this string, D, E, E. Remember the thumb to index on your right hand here. Thumb, index, F sharp, D, D, E, F sharp, D. And at the end of that one, at that point in the progression, it's an E chord because it's going do da 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 da. See right there, you're on E, so you go D. A, D, now you're on E. Yeah, have fun with that. The way this works on the recording is the introduction is this figure on B. That's 1 bar, and it does that 3 complete times. Then it does just the first half of it, like this. just that the fourth time, just the first half of it. And that's a B chord at the 7th fret, E form bar chord, to an E, which is a A form, right? And that A is just on the upstroke. Watch my right hand. Right there. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Sorry, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. You see, the fourth time is down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. That's all. And then you go into the E chord, and you're doing the same idea here, but it's an open E to the A chord here, and you could bar it down with the second finger or grab this if you want, but I would just do this. It's so easy. Which is something you could use like Stones, Not Fade Away, or Buddy Holly. But here's a down, up, down, up, down, down. Watch the right hand. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And then go back to the B. So watch the iReal chart for it. Look up in iReal Motherless Child. And I'm now in the second row. And here's the 2 E's at the beginning. Then you go to the B and do it for 4 bars. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And then, I don't know if that was 4, it's supposed to be 4. And then the E for twice. And the B 3 times. Then the F sharp, same as the B as far as fingering, but at the 2nd fret. Back to the B for 4 times. And the way he phrases his lyric, apparently, in the 4th and 5th verse, if you look down to the next section A on iReal, like the 1, 2, 3, the 4th and the 5th rows for the 4th and 5th verses, notice in the 2nd row down, the 2nd row of that section A, the F sharp is 3 times, 3 bars in a row, where previously it was 2. And that must have something to do with the way he wanted to fit his lyric in. But let's just practice the top section A first. So the first 3 rows of iReal.